Hello, everyone. Здравствуйте. We will wait another minute or two to allow other participants to join and start. Thank you very much for joining and for your patience. Okay, everybody. So I think we'll start a few words and then I will let Inbar Blum from the IIA speak. My name is Anna Moshe. I'm a senior partner in Pearl Cohen. Меня зовут Анна Моше, я старший партнер в Pearl Cohen. Делаю все, что касается high-tech and international transactions. I will speak in English because we agreed that this will be in the English language. As I said, I'm from Pearl Cohen. Pearl Cohen is a law firm. We are the only law firm in Israel that works in the States and does IP and commercial law. And when we saw that the IAA came out with the specific special plan for supporting the high-tech industry in the times of war, we thought that it would be great to have this in English as well as in Hebrew. So here we are, and Inbar graciously agreed to tell us all about this. Inbar, please. Inbar, you're on mute.
Yes, sorry. Okay. Hi, everyone. Good to see you here. I would start with that you should know that the Israeli economy is strong, stable, and based on solid foundations. And we are used, I know some of you are Olim Hadashim and just came here now, but, or I don't know when exactly you came, but, or maybe you've already had felt, times of war already. And we always demonstrate ability to recover from very difficult times. And I think it's, and I know that you are the entrepreneurs will be able to do that as well. I'd say that as of April 2023, there were about 9,000 technology companies in Israel, and it places Israeli startup ecosystem as the third largest globally in this measure, highlighting the Israeli tech hub on a global scale. So we are strong and we will stay strong. And I'll say that the government has always been active in supporting the Israeli tech ecosystem, and now we are implementing various mechanisms to do just that and to help the innovative entrepreneurs here in Israel. What we've done, we've already issued an emergency bridge funding, Arutz Ma'ir plan. And we have about $100 million for special aid for startups to ensure the health of our world re-owned tech ecosystem. And I'm happy to talk more about it and to see if you have any questions. I would also say that if you have trouble, writing the application in Hebrew, you can write the application. It must be filled in Hebrew, only up to the executive summary, including the executive summary in Hebrew, and the rest of the sections in the application can be filled in English. Okay, so this is something you should know. Before I start, I want to put on the chat a link to the fast track. This is a Hebrew link. We've also put a link in English and a question and answer in English, but it is more dedicated for investors. Okay, so and there's also in Arabic, I don't know if somebody needs it, but you can see it all on the link that I've sent. So okay, so let's start. I'll share the presentation. 1 second. Okay, great. So let's start and talk a little bit about the fast track and what we are offering right now. So as I said before, as a result of the Iron Swords War, the high-tech industry is facing many macroeconomic challenges. Therefore, we understood after talking to many companies that we need to create a funding bridge for companies that have a short runway of up to 6 months. So in the future, they can continue to grow, okay, and have and to have the business potential that they have. So the goal for us is bridging the financing gap of the technologically innovative companies that resulted from the Iron Swords War. Where we're looking for, okay? So we are looking for Israeli technology innovative companies. Okay, we're not just called the Israel Innovation Authority. We really want to see innovative, IP that your company has. That you're in the midst of raising capital. We're looking for technological companies, okay, that R&D companies that have based their company on R&D. We're looking for companies that are in the midst of development, not for young companies that don't have any assets yet. We want to see what is your asset. If you have IP, we want to see you have a very strong team. Okay, these are things we're looking for. And even companies in the process of early sales. It's not for very mature companies. In early sales, we're looking at all kinds of companies. We're not looking at specific sectors. We're looking at it bottom up. And also, we're both companies that have applied to the Israel Innovation Authority in the past or have never applied at all. It can be a first time. And of course, short companies with a short runway up to 6 months. In the website I've sent, there is a calculator you can use to calculate your runway to see that you really have 6 months. I would say that you can do it alone, but it's better to do it with someone that's helping you, on the everyday, with the roe cheshbon, that's helping you to do the things usually, all the economic things that are related to the company. And again, I'll say that we're looking for companies with substantial assets as IP, technology, unique team, consumers, and more. So what we have and the tool we're giving you is the Arutz Ma'ir, okay, the fast track. You can ask up to 7.5 million shekels with a 9 months R&D plan. We have 7 rounds. The last one is on the 1st of February. Okay, at 12 p.m. Okay, 12:01, it doesn't work, like 12 p.m. That's the last time you can apply, and up to 50% down payment of the approved grant by the committee. And then it's very good that you'll come with an investor, okay? If your investor is not ready to do it now and is having trouble to give you the money, it's better even to find another investor that wants to help you, okay? During this time, it's good to come with someone that's want to help you and want to grow the company with us. We are willing to take the risk, okay? In the Israel Innovation Authority, we like to take risk, but we do like and want to see that there is more, that the private sector and the VCs are behind you, okay? And this is it. What are we looking for? So this is usually what we're looking at any application we get in the Israel Innovation Authority, the technological and functional innovation of the product or services, the competitive advantages and the IP, regarding to the world. We want to see how you're differentiating yourself. The business economic potential growth of the company. Okay, we want to see that there is a future for the company. And of course, your assets, as I talked earlier. Moreover, we want to see how this company will grow, we call it whole companies, okay? Based on the R&D, we want to see that there is, even a factory that's coming up here in Israel, or a marketing department, and more departments to create a whole company, and how it will grow in Israel and create high salary jobs. And of course, the overall potential for the Israeli economy. As we're looking for the runway, we want to see how this 6 months, how the grant, how it will, the contribution of our fast track will contribute to the extension of your company. And we're looking about the investors, okay? So if you have a low availability of capital from existing investors, we're looking at that as well, okay? If please explain us, okay? If you have a low availability, why? Okay, and what you're trying to do to change this, okay? And if you already have a term sheet, send it to us in the application. And then regarding the procedure that's going on, so it's very fast. 4 weeks, it can be a little bit more than 4 weeks, okay? But something like that. So after you submit your application, there is an auditor that will come and probably on Zoom that will check your application, will ask you questions. After that, there is a committee where we say how much of percentage you can get. It's between 20 to 50% of the funding. Then you activate, okay, your R&D plan. we need to see that there is a matching, okay? We give you 2 months to get the matching. Since it's war, it can be extended for a little bit, but we prefer to see, the funding in 2 months, and then you get the down payment. This is the opening date. So you can see here, like, what is the opening date and the deadline. So, for example, we are now looking at if you'll send your applications until the 21 of December, you'll get an answer around the end of January. Okay, so you can see here the other, it's ongoing. Okay, so now let's go to questions and answers. I can share the slides, Dimitri. No problem. Yes, I will send it when we finish to Anna, and she can share it with you. Is there any other questions? Don't be shy. You need to be Israeli by now, and be with a lot of chutzpah. That's very important. Okay. I can tell that if you don't want to ask your questions right now, we are in what I sent you before, in the chat. You can see we have our email, the growth division email, and we're there all the time and answering your questions. So
there's a question from Dimitri Bergelson that says, in case all existing investments come from the founders, are we eligible?
Yes, yes. But it's good to see, it's always good to see that there is more investors that are believing in you. Yes, it's eligible, but what we want to see, and especially now that there is more investors and private investors, and that the industry is supporting you as well. Okay, so it's okay, but it's not, it's not all we want to see during these days. We want to see the private sector as well.
Inbar, maybe it's worth mentioning, and it's very important, that most of the people, Olim Hadashim, that start their career here, do not have the social assets and investors yet. And this is why they unfortunately need to be backed up either by themselves until the industry gets to know them. So I think it's a very good issue for the IIA to consider when, and maybe in the questionnaire, we need to add something that talks about the fact that a person is here less than 10 years or less than 5 years, because when you come here at first and you start your business, the banks don't know you, the investors don't know you, the funds don't know you. So, and especially now when, half of the country is not at the regular workplace. So maybe for Olim Hadashim, the IIA needs to think about the possibility that the only people that know them at this point are either their founders or other Olim Hadashim.
Yeah, I understand. That's a very good point, Anna. But unfortunately, we're in a very competitive world, and even when you're an Oleh Hadash, you need to get this chutzpah and start to know and do as much as networking as you can, and to know all the banks and all the investors. And I think every entrepreneur is going through the same very hard journey to know the right investor. So unfortunately, we cannot do something like that.
Okay, there's another question here from Mikhail Gorsky that says, can you talk about smaller programs?
Again, talk about what?
Can you talk about smaller programs? And another one that's maybe shorter, just a second, from Pavel Lavrenko that says, can US incorporated company with Israeli founders apply?
Okay, so first of all, in the Israel Innovation Authority, we are helping everyone, okay? Even from the researcher till the person who has like a first idea, okay? That's called the Tnufa. I can send here in the chat. That's the name of the program. And we are helping, that's for smaller, when you only have an idea, this is what you can go through. There is also a chamamot that you can join, and this is at Eznek. Actually, Avia Sher is here. I don't know if he wanted to like open the camera, but if you want, you can jump in, Avia. Hi, Avia. Maybe you want to explain a little bit more about your programs at ISNIC?
Yes, the fight is about 200,000 shekels for 2 years. You don't need to be a company for that. We will send you all the. We can send you also if you have more questions to Anna, and they will send you the all information about the other programs that we have.
Yes, it would be great. We can even maybe translate them if they're not in English to English or to Russian.
We have all the website of the Israel Innovation Authority. It's in English. So
Beautiful.
Also.
Thank you. Beautiful.
Okay, and then there was another question. What was the other question? You're on mute, Anna. Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. There was a question about smaller programs, which I think Avia said that he will send information.
Yes.
And then there's a question that says it would be fantastic to hear about initial IAA grants and other opportunities. I would presume that here are many people who are building startups, so other programs are very interesting. I think it's the same. On the program, it's, as we said, Avia will send us the material. And Michael, you're welcome to touch base and we'll try to assist with that.
And maybe another time we will, if we need, we will do another webinar about startup division, about our programs. We can arrange it if you need.
That would be great if you can give us a few dates, and we will do another webinar on startups specifically. It would be very, very good, and it would be great if we can have it in English. If not, we can translate to Russian as we go, on the go.
No problem.
Okay. Do you also work with Web3 projects or only Web2?
I don't understand the question. Can you elaborate?
Rafael? Until Rafael types the explanation, Jenny's asking, does IAA assist its grantees with introduction to bigger ecosystem, including marketing events?
Well, actually, I think what's very special here in Israel, and if you haven't connected yet, is communities. Okay, there is communities for each sector that the economic ministry is funding. Also, the Israel Innovation Authority is funding, and you must be connected to the kehilot, to the communities, each one in your own sector, and they have a lot of events and a lot of opportunities to meet an investor, to meet your colleagues and startups that have the same challenges and that you have, and I think it's very important to be a part of it. I can send you as well, like all of the about it, like all of the different, like there is a website of all of the different communities, and you can join.
Thank you, Inbar. That would be great if you can send the whole everybody, and myself, I will distribute. And also, Pavel is asking for elaboration. Is a U.S. company, a company that's incorporated in the U.S., but the founders are Israeli, eligible for any kind of a grant?
Well, that's great. I'd love him to move the IP to Israel. and I want to see that the company here is in Israel and the R&D is in Israel, and then you can apply to the grant.
So Pavel, the short answer is no. The long answer is that we can make it work. If you think that the technology is eligible and we can get the grant, we can make it work. Transfer the IP, transfer the IP that will be developed by the IIA on the grant money there. So you can leave the IP in the States, but have another company there. But we need to plan it and see that it goes with the IIA rules. There's a question from an anonymous attendee that says, what does the fund receive from the company if a grant is provided?
Again, what is it?
What is the this is a non-dilutive fund, right? Funding.
Right. Okay. What is the advantages? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so as you said, Anna, we're not מתערבים, okay? It's your company. You can do whatever you want. We're not taking anything at all. Only, okay, that's important to know that when you have an exit, which I hope, actually, I'm not sure if I hope, but if you will have an exit, there is a payment of between 3 till 6% that you will need to pay. But that's it. I mean, that's the only thing. But you know, you're getting much more. I mean, the money that you're getting from us, I think it's the best funding money that you can find in Israel. I think it's very special that very special, you know, even to other countries that we are investing in technology and innovation. And then we are very happy to be here. We are here for you and because of you, okay? Me and Davia are here because of your smart brains. And we are here to walk with you the journey for innovation and entrepreneurship.
Can I just
I'm very happy you're here in Israel. You know, I think, and thank you for supporting us. Thank you for that.
I just want to answer, by the way, this is very important to say that we're all very happy for these people, for you people, that you came to Israel and you would like to build your startups here. It's exciting and we're here to support. I just want to answer, there are two questions here. Does the whole team needs to be in Israel? No, the issue is the corporate and the ownership of IP. You can definitely have part of the team out of Israel. Inbar, if I say something that you don't like,
but it's better that the team will be in Israel.
Yes.
It's still better, especially the R&D team.
Yes. And the other question is, will R&D center in Israel possibly count? Again, I would, Inbar, if you want to answer.
I think the IP is not in Israel, right? The IP is outside in the MNC probably. So most of the no. But
So,
if you know, this is a thing that needs to be checked, you know, privately, you know, to check maybe that something IP specific that's built up in Israel, maybe this can be relevant. But it needs to be, we need to check it. Maybe you need to make another company for it.
Exactly. What Inbar is saying is that, again, the question is where the IP is located. And sometimes there is flexibility in terms of something that you did already and something that you're planning to do. We can transfer, we can have ownership of something in Israel and something else there. It depends on the structure. And as Inbar says, it needs to be specifically checked on each point. I don't see any other questions. The question of Rafael, the Web3 and Web2, he's asking whether you're supporting blockchain projects.
We're supporting anything. We're looking bottom up, but we want to see that inside that project, there is innovation, okay? I've seen many blockchain projects in fintech, for example. I've seen, I mean, of course, we're not, you know, there is a specific program that we do look at, you know, we're looking for to to change something bigger, maybe to change the regulation. For example, we did a project with drones or with modular construction. But usually, like anything is possible if it stands with our criterions and the fact that that it's very innovative.
Okay, Jenny is asking whether we need to bring 50% of the money.
Of course, actually, when you apply, you already need to know where the money will come from. But we still give you those 2 months to find the the funding, the matching for it. And because of the war, you can get another with approval from us, you can get another I think 3 months or something like that, but it's with approval. But yes, when you apply, we need to know, as I said, we like to take the risk, but we want to know that the private sector is there as well. Because you couldn't, if we just, you understand, if we just give you money, like governmental money, it's not enough. You need more people to believe in you. So that's the answer.
Okay. First of all, thank you very much, Inbar, and thank all the participants. We would appreciate via an Inbar if you send us the material, and also if you can send us a few dates to have a webinar on the high tech and the startups, not high tech, sorry, on the startups. I invite everyone who attended this webinar and want more details to turn to us. We're happy to assist. Anything else?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Oh,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.